Right. Good evening, everyone. අපි තව විනාඩි දෙක තුනක් බලමු. කට්ටිය එකතු වෙන ගමන් ඉන්නේ. Right. So let's start, people. Okay. So last time we talked about the syntax, and I think we have came up to the programming level, like to code this thing and see. But before that, I think we have to write down the things regarding your short note, right? So like we were creating with the things. So let's write down about the operators and how the things are going to be. Like in my short note that we have created, I can see the things until the constants. So okay, so let's quickly go through the things. Then I'll recap. First I'll recap what we have done. So we start the Pascal programming. So first we talk about the identifiers, where we like learn like it is being used for variable names, constant names, function names, procedural names, right? It's better you indicate the word name over here. Otherwise, you will get it as in a incorrect manner, right? So a variable name, constant name, function name, procedure name, like even for a program name, we can use an identifier as well. So today we are going to use that. It's better you add that as well, program name as well, right? So so we talk about that identifier should start from a letter, which is a capital or an English or a simple English letter. And the rest of the characters are going to be the letters from A to Z, capital or simple, numbers 0 to 9, and underscore, right? And reserve words, those cannot be used as the variable names, right? Because when we use a reserved word, Pascal will recognize that we are referring to a reserved word, right? So it won't recognize it as a variable. And later we talk about the data types. So data types means the values, the value type that we can use, right? There are integers, which indicates the whole numbers, like positive and negative, and real, which has the floating point values, positive and negative again, and the booleans, which has only two values, which is true and false, right? And two types to indicate the characters. So if you are indicating a single character, it's going to be char, which we use single quotes to limit or to show the starting point and ending point of the character or the character string. And the variable type string, we use that to show a character string. Okay. Right. So those are the 5 types. And then we jumped into the variable and constants, and we know that variable, when we are introducing or like initializing a variable, we are using the word var to indicate a variable, and the variable name that's going to be an identifier, which is under the identifier rules, right? So that can be a 1 character or set of characters, right? And put a colon, and we put an integer. And people, I've missed something here, like in everywhere at the end of the line, we use the line terminator, right? So it's better you add that. And thank you. And it's better we add that thing and say it is the line terminator, right? So line terminator, it is a must to use at the end of each and every line. Each and every line means like almost more than 95% of your code that you are going to use semicolons at the end of your line, because otherwise there are places where we are not going to use the line terminators. I will tell you what are those, right? Other than that, we are going to use it each and everywhere. We get to use that, right? Like when we are using the Pascal syntax. So then the constant. Now variable is there. I told you variable is made for the what we call to hold up a value that's going to be a place inside your memory, which is given the chance to hold a one particular value per time, right? And that particular value can be changed by us or by the programmer as their as their requirement, right? So that is what we call a variable, And constant, in the other hand, constant can be, or like constant is going to be something stable or something not going to change anymore, right? So once we define a constant, we don't have the ability, or the programmers does not have the ability to change the value of a constant. If we are going to reassign a value, there will be the program will give an error message by saying this particular variable is a constant, so you can't change the value. And if you really need to change the value, you need to go to the very first place, or the place where we are change the value of the constant, like initiate the value of the constant, and we have to erase that particular value, and we have to replace it. Right? So as an example, then may x කියන කෙනාගේ value එක 200 කරන්න ඕනේ නම්, the only place that we can do is in the source code. අපි type කරන program එකට තමයි අපි source code එක කියන්නේ. We have to go there and delete this value, and then we have to write 200. That's the only chance we are having to change it. We can't change it during the execution, or like when the program executes. Right? Variables are not like that. We can change the variable during the execution as well. Okay. And people, the places that I have missed the semicolon, you better keep it, right? So each and every place, you should have a semicolon, right? So please put those things. Otherwise, it will give you an incorrect way of coding, or the syntax error will be there, right? So remember, like I said, almost every line is going to end with a semicolon, right? Okay, so I hope it's clear until this particular point. Do you got any problem, or do you got anything to get clear until this particular point? So we are going to write about the operators, which we have discussed last time. Then we are going to jump into the program. All right, I think it's clear. So let's go with the operators. So regarding the Pascal operators, there are three types. One is mathematical. Mathematical operators. Second and the third. Second one is the comparison operators. And the third one is the logical operators, right? So under the mathematical operators, we can find plus, minus, multiplication, division, the word div, and the word mod, right? So if you don't remember what div and mod is, you can write some example. So like when we divide 15 by 7, it will be 2, 14, and 1 is remaining. And this indicates div, this indicates mod, right? Where you can use like 15 div 7 will give you 2, and 15 mod 7 will give you 1, right? So these are the mathematical operators. And when it comes to the comparison operators, there are less than, it's better you write it with me. It's less than, and less than or equal is there, larger than is there, larger than or equal is there, and we'll go for the downline, not equal is there, as well as equal is there, right? So yeah, ඔගොල්ලෝ කමා එක දාගන්නවා නම් වෙන කලර් එකකින් දාගන්න එක ඔපරේටර් එකක් කියලා මිස් කරගන්න එපා. Right, that's why I did not use the comma, but I think it's better we use it. Otherwise, we can't recognize these things. So, maybe nama put a mark or not equal කියලා ටැග් කරන්න පුළුවන්. So this is called not equal, right? And regarding the logical operators, right? Regarding the logical operators, there's only three, right? Which we know, and O and not, right? So those are the operators that we use in the Pascal, right? So we talked about these things last time. So we need operators to perform the operations, or in other words, the processes. All right, copy this down. And we'll, then after you have to draw the operator precedence table as well. That is something that you have to practice. Let me know when you're done, people. All right, two are done. How about others? Okay, Binadi, was I giving it as a homework? I really don't remember because I usually not giving any homeworks. So anyway, okay. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Right. So now,
Sir,
yes, Pudha.
sir, logical gates and nor X or even in and even at the
ඒටිකනෑ පුතේ like මේගොල්ලෝ logical operators වලට මේගොල්ලෝ කතා කරන්නේ it's the three major gates, the AND, the O and the NOT. That's all. Right? And people, it's better you write this as well, like copy it down to your book. Right, okay, I really didn't remember that it was I was given these particular things. No, it's never mind. So like copy this down as the operator precedence. Did I ask you to copy this down as well? Operator precedence. Right, okay. So write it down. So meanwhile, I'll recap you why operator precedence is there, because if you are given to work with different kinds of operators, we have to know what to be execute first, right? So like when we are having the like bunch of operators in our inside a process, we need to know it's like the BODMAS that you have learned regarding the mathematics, right? So like the BODMAS, you have this particular precedence or not gate is, or sorry, I'm sorry, not operator, not logical operator is given the highest priority. Then the multiplication type of things like multiplication, division, div, mod, and as well, like and logical and is indicating a multiplication, right? Boolean multiplication. And then the addition and subtraction related things, addition, subtraction, and O means again the logical addition, right? Then at the very last, it's the comparison operators, right? So you may copy this down, and in here, people, in the comparison operators, it's better you indicate something. I'll write it here. It's better you write down with your one as well, because comparison operators, like after comparison, the result is given as an Boolean output. So it says, like upon the comparison, it says whether it is true or false, right? So it's better you indicate it regarding the comparison operator. Not variable, people, Boolean value. Right. I'll erase it and write it. Okay, let me know when you are done. All right. 2 are done. Right. Okay. Is there anyone still writing this? Please like mention that result is output as a Boolean value. So that will remind you upon a comparison variable, comparison operator when you are having the calculations. All right, so I'm going to proceed. So before we jumped into the programs, I need you to take the take your concentration to this particular examples, which illustrate how the how this precedence matters. All right. So this says 5 plus 14 mod 4. So it's mod that is taking the highest precedence over the plus. So mod happens first. So 14 mod 4 means 14 will be divided by 4 and the result is considered, or like just the answer is considered, the whole number part. So 14 divided by 4 will give you what? They have taken it in a very wrong way. It should be 3, not 2. My God, the printing mistake, you know. I'm sorry. The mistake is mine. I was thinking about div. Mod is giving you the remainder. So 14 mod 4 will give you 2. Because once you divide 14 by 4, 3 is the answer and 2 is remaining. So 2 will be 18. So then after 5 plus 2 happens. So it is 7. Right? So here, div is taking the place. 7 div 2. Right? So 7 div 2 means 3 is the answer, 1 is remaining. So 3 is taken, 3 plus 3 is 6. Now, when this happens, so that in example 3, the division and multiplication, both are there, both are in the same level. So when the same level operators are there, you consider the left-hand side or the leftmost operator first when they are equal, right, in the precedence. So 16 divided by 4 will happen first. So that means 4. 4 into 2 will happen next. So that means 8, right? And this particular thing, now this is a special thing. Then in the precedence, in the operators, they never talked about the brackets. But you can have the idea from here. So when the brackets are there, brackets are given the highest priority, right? You can brackets ඇතුලේ තියෙන එක තමයි මුලින්ම consider කරන්නේ, right? So because of that, the bracket portion will be considered first. So 8 mod 2 larger than 5. So when it comes to the mod and larger than, mod takes the top priority, right? So 8 mod 2, so there are no any modulars or remaining, so it is 0. And then 0 larger than 5 happens. So 0 larger than 5 means false. So not false happens then. So it is true. So remember, when there is a bracket, first you have to consider about the bracket, right? So same happens here. 7 larger than 9 is false. So false generated. Then not is there, and is there. What you call the 4 larger than or equal 4 is there, right? මෙතන නම් ඒගොල්ලෝ පොඩ්ඩක් වැඩේ අනිත් පැත්තට අරගෙන තියෙන. Let me see whether it is going to work like that. Not true is true. Then the මට හිතෙන්නේ මේගොල්ලෝ කරගෙන තියෙන වැඩේ, yeah, like I don't know whether your books are having brackets limiting like 4 large than equal 4 කියන එක නා ගේ ඇතුළට brackets දාලා තියෙනවද කියලා මට sure නෑ මගේ copy එකේ එහෙම නෑ හැබැයි මේගොල්ලෝ solve කරලා තියෙන්නේ ඒක ඒ විදිහට right like you are having brackets over here as well right එතනත් brackets තියෙනවා කියලා හිතලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ කරලා තියෙන්නේ so this bracket gives false this bracket is giving true right so then and not is there so not happens first so it gives you true this particular true so then true and true will give you true right ඒක මෙතන තියෙන්න ඕන ඒක නොතිබුණා නම් 4 not එක වෙනවා then 4 and true is going to happen right එහෙම වුණොත් පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා මොකද and operator එකක් එක්ක අපිට අරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ logical values compare කරගන්න so those should be true or false and එකක් and operator එකක් එක පැත්තක integer එකක් තිබිලා අනිත් පැත්තේ true false value එකක් තිබ්බොත් in like I have to check it මේක මට කියන්නේ මගේ දැනට තියෙන knowledge එකේ හැටියට this is not going to work මොකද දැන් Python වල නම් like any number which is not a zero is taken as a true but Pascal I have to check right and this of course it may give you a syntax error right we'll check it and see right okay so තේරුණාද කොහොමද operator precedence එන්නේ කියලා confirm me people yeah so like there will be MCQs maybe there will be some questions regarding the inside the very first question in the second paper like in this manner right so you should have to have that knowledge about the operator precedence right okay so now we are going to code so before I code I'll introduce you the things how it happens in the Pascal now this is a Pascal program now let's figure out what are the things over here right now in the textbook they have named the things which is a good one right so when you need to code something in Pascal you should always start it from the word program that is how the Pascal recognize that there is going to be a program right so then just a second people right so this is a must this is the starting point of the program so it's a key it's a reserve word then this is going to be the identifier so like you can use any name regarding the program that doesn't matter and again this particular part input comma output within brackets it is a must and you can see there is a semicolon at the end and that is a must as well right so if you are writing a program you must have the program word then space then a name that you like then space or without the space that doesn't matter within brackets input comma output is must that is the structure it might be the right and then we have to declare the variables that we are going to use inside our program. Then අපි flow chart අඳිනකොට එහෙම දෙයක් කරේ නැහැ. We didn't declare the things. We initialize things, but we didn't declare. Why they are declaring some things in here? Because they have to introduce what are the variables and what are the data types of that variables. That is why they are declaring. So in the declaration part, you are using var keyword to indicate the variables. So just one var is enough. So then here you have to recognize or like declare what are the variables that you are going to use. Now, in the very beginning, you won't be able to recognize all the variables that you need, right? ඒකයි ඔයගලන්ට flow chart එකක් හරි pseudo code එකක් හරි ඕන වෙන්නේ, because it has the things, then you can see what are the variables that you are using. Still, if you need to use a new variable in your program, you can just declare here and you can use it at the bottom, right? And now this is important. After declaring the variables, then the begin keyword comes. So it does not has a semicolon at the end, right? On a semicolon, this particular point or this particular line does not have a line terminator, right? It is because the end of the code or end of the algorithm ends in here at the end point, and they got a full stop after the end, and it is a must. So මේ දෙන්න තමයි program එකේ start එකයි end එකයි හදන්න. Right? So that gives the scope. හරියට අපේ flow chart එකේ start and end වගේ. Right? So in between, you can write the algorithm or the Pascal code. Right? And here they are introducing you several different things, right? One thing is the way that you are going to show characters or show anything on your screen. Monitor එකේ දෙයක් පෙන්වන විදිහ. So you can use two different things, or like two different functions called write as well as write ln. මේ දෙන්නම තියෙන්නේ monitor එකේ දේවල් පෙන්වන්න. Right? So the difference is write and write ln. When you use write, it displays the thing that is asked us to display. So display කරන එක කොහොමද අපි පෙන්වන්නේ? වරහන් දාලා within the brackets, you are going to write it as a string. Then මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ string එකක් ලියලා තියෙනවා. Welcome Pascal programming single quotes වලින් limit කරලා තියෙනවා. So that welcome Pascal programming will be shown here. Right? And this write function will place your cursor over here at the end of that line. ඒ line එකේ කෙලවරම තියෙනවා. Right? And write ln කියන එක. Write ln පාවිච්චි කරොත් it's going to write something and cursor will come to the next line. Right? So that is the difference between write and write ln. Both are used to do the same thing, to show things on your monitor. Monitor එකේ ඔයාගේ නම පෙන්නන්න ගන්න ඕන නම් you are going to use write, and within brackets, within single quotes, you are going to write your name. Right? So then that particular name will be displayed on the screen. If you use write ln, then you can see your name again, but you will see the cursor is blinking at the next line. Right? So that's the difference between write and write ln. තේරුණාද ඒක? Confirm කරන්න.
එතකොට word එකේ තියෙන right ln.
තේරුණාද?
word එකේ තියෙන right ln.
නෑ, අපිට word එකත් එක්ක මේක mix කරගන්න යන්න එපා පුතේ. Since we are talking about the Pascal, just think about the Pascal. අපිට වෙන programs එක්ක මේක mix කරගන්න යන්න බෑ පුතේ. මොකද ඒ වගේ පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන languages වෙනස්. Right? මේක Pascal වලට විතරයි. දැන් Python අපි A level වලදී ඉගෙන ගන්නේ Python වලට ගියාම it's a different story. Right? Java පාවිච්චි කරොත් it's another different story. Right? So just think about the Pascal. Right? Okay. So clear the write and write ln? Okay. Right. So then look at this. Now this particular thing, now this is important. Have you seen this? Indicating a comment. Now comment means it describes about the things that we are doing. And it is not a must to use comments. Comments තියන්නේ වෙන කෙනෙක් program එක කියවනකොට ඒ කෙනාට program එකේ මොකක්ද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියන එක ගැන idea එකක් දෙන්න. So we can use that or we can omit it. Like අපි එක පාවිච්චි කරත් නැතත් it's not going to be a part of your algorithm. ඒ කියන්නේ program එකේ කොටසක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. It is just a description. Nothing else inside the source code. දැන් මේ අපිට පේන්න තියෙන එකට අපි කියන්නේ source code එක කියලා. Right? So that it is just the source code. Thing of the source code. It is not involving with the output or with the program. Right? ඒතර අපි මොකක් හරි complex equation එකක් ලියුවොත් අපිටම සමහර වෙලාවට තව සති දෙක තුනක් මාසයක් ගිහිලා program එක බලනකොට අමතක වෙනවා මොකක්ද මේ කරේ කියලා. So we can use a comment and say, okay, this particular equation is used to do this particular thing. So it happens like this කියලා අපිට ලියන්න පුළුවන්. So we can memorize that. Right? So එතනම අපිට reference එකක් තියෙනවා why we are using this particular code segment. Right? And again, you have another function called read. Now this read is to take the inputs. Right? දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ කියනවනේ the flow chart එකේ අපි ලියලා තියෙනවනේ input two numbers and consider it as x and y. නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලියනවා input number 1 and number 2. එතකොට දැන් ඕක අපි programmatically හිතුවොත් අපිට ඕනේ user ගේ numbers දෙකක් ගන්න. So first thing we have to give a message to the user. නේද? user නිකන් black screen එකක් එයාට දකින්න හම්බුනොත් එයාට idea එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ මොකද්ද කරන්න ඕනේ කියන්නේ. So we have to give something. We have to say first enter a number. Then user will have the idea, okay, they are asking a number. So user will input. So whatever user is inputting, you can catch that using the read function, right? Or the read statement. So how you are going to catch it? When you are writing the read, within brackets, you are going to specify the variable name that you have specified over here. So ඔයා read එක ඇතුලේ දෙන variable එකට තමයි මම කියන්නේ variable එක කියලා කියන්නේ memory එකේ මෙහෙම හැදෙන තැනක් කියලා. memory එකේ මෙහෙම හැදෙන තැනක් num1 කියන්නේ. දැන් මෙයාට පුරව ගන්න දෙයක් බල ඉන්නේ. එතකොට අපි කියනවා read num1 කියලා. يعني user දෙන දේ num1 ට read කරගන්න කියලා. So user 10 කියලා දුන්නොත් මෙතනට 10 කියලා fill කරගන්න. So it is done by this particular statement using the read, and within brackets we are saying which bucket that we are going to fill, which variable that we are going to fill. Right? And මෙතන read ln එක දාලා නැහැ. Like write the right ln, there is another one called read ln. So both are doing the same thing. Right? variable එකකට value එකක් read කරගන්න එක. හරි. තේරුණාද read එක ගැන? Let me have the confirmation. So ඔයගොල්ලෝ මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ monitor එකේ මොනවා හරි ලියන්න ඕනේ නම් we use write or write ln. If we need to catch something from the user, we are going to use read or read ln. So within brackets we are going to say which variable is going to catch that particular thing. Right? මොන කෙනාද අල්ලගන්නේ කියලා brackets ඇතුලේ අපි කියනවා. Okay, now in here right? Now in here they have used the processors. What is the process? They say take number 1, add it to the number 2, and this is what you call the assignment operator. I really don't remember whether the assignment operator was there in your textbook. They haven't talked about the assignment operator name. No, they haven't. Yes. Never mind. Right? Yeah, Seren, brackets is a must because bracket is there to indicate what to be there with the right function.
So right ln first puts the cursor down and then only outputs, right?
Hold on. Right ln is first put, no, it's like you, once it is written, then the cursor goes down. That's how it works. As I get minul. Abi check kala balum. Mata always mataka තියෙන්නේ එහෙම. එයා ලියනවා ලියලා cursor එක පහළට දානවා.
So then we write something and then again respectively write ln, then both the lines are in the same line.
Yeah, so it is because of the right at the first point. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයා මුලින් right නේ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. So ඒක ලියලා කොහොම cursor එක නතර වෙනවා. Then ඔයා ඊළඟට පාවිච්චි කරන ටික මෙතන ඉඳලා තමයි ලියවෙන්නේ.
So welcome Pascal programming, enter first number, then only enter second number goes to the next line. Like
that's
after.
Right. Yes, it is because of this right second මේ අපි use කරන right ln එක නිසා. දැන් මෙතන කෙලවරේනේ right ln එක use වෙන්නේ. මේ part එක ලියන්නේ right ln use වෙන්නේ. So මෙයා ලියනවා, then after it goes down. cursor එක පහළට යනවා.
So right should be like normally written like if you want to write the last output only, you should write right.
Yeah. Yes. Like it depends, Minul, like if someone asks you to take the outputs into a single row, then you are going to use the right, because with right ln we can't have them. අපිට වචන තියෙන නිසානේ අපි ඔක ගැන හිතන්නේ. හිතන්නකො ඉලක්කම් පහක් පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ කියලා. Like ඒ ඉලක්කම් පහ outputs පහක් නම්, so if someone asks to take it into a one particular row, so it's the right is the one that we can use, right? Not anything else. Okay, so what I was trying to say is this particular thing. Now this operator, what is this operator? This operator says colon and a square and a equal sign. This is called the assignment operator. So this is the one which has the ability to give something to a variable. So we can give values to a variable in two different ways. One way is we can read it. We can read something to a variable. Api read the ekara wage. Otherwise we can assign. Then ogolo flowchart එකේ ලියනවනේ x equals 10 කියලා. So when you are going to write it in the Pascal programming, it should be x colon equals 10. Then only 10 is provided to x. Right? එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ equal sign එක පාවිච්චි කරලා assign කරන හැම operation එකක්ම when it comes to the Pascal, you have to use colon equal. හරි? ඒතර මතක තියාගන්න, like ඔයගොල්ලෝ question එකක් අහනකොට අහන්නේ සමානද කියලා. So සමානද කියන එක Pascal වල අහන්නේ from one equal sign. ඒක comparison operator එකක්. මෙයා තනියෙන් ඉන්නකොට comparison operator එක. Right? With colon and equal, it's called the assignment operator. Right? So this is called what? The assignment operator. Right? So මෙයා කරන්නේ assign කරන එක. Single equal එකකින් කරන්නේ it compares whether the right side is equal to the left side. Right? Rihansa, let me share it again, Dua. Prihansa says she can't see the screen. So let me share it again. Is that okay, do now? How about now? Right. Saran, now, as I told you before, Puta, these brackets, right now, these brackets belongs to the right. ඒ කියන්නේ right අදාළ මොනවද කියන එක පෙන්වන්නේ brackets වලින්. හරි? එතකොට මේ ඇතුලේ ලියන කෙනා අපි ලියන්න ඕනේ ඒ කියන්නේ අපි වචන ටිකක් නේ පෙන්වන්න හදන්නේ. එතකොට මතකනේ අර string data type එක මතකයි නේද? string data type එක අපි පෙන්වන්නේ within inverted commas single quotes. So වචන ටිකක් ලියවෙන නිසා we just use single quotes. Right? ඔයා උතන number එකක් නම් පෙන්වන්නේ you can write 10. ඔයා උතන variable name එකක් නම් පෙන්වන්නේ you can write variable name. දැන් ඉස්සරහට යනකොට ඕක figure out වෙයි. අපි ඉස්සරහට ඔය දේවල් ටික කරගෙන යන්න ඕනේ. Right? හරි. දැන් මේ කතා කරපු දේවල් ටික තේරුණාද? ඔය ටික තමයි ඔතනින් ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. So to start the program you need the program word. Right? Yes, Saran. Inverted commas will not display it because it indicates it's a string. Right? So to start a program, we need program word, then the program name, then input output, then var, then the variable initialization should happen. So begin should there, end should there. So in between you can write your program or the algorithm. So to show something on your screen, you use write or write-ln. And within brackets, we are going to say what to be shown. And using the read, we can use to catch the user inputs majorly. And then we can use colon equal to do the assignment, and we can use the operators to do the operations. And remember here, I think you can recognize each and every page, each and every line other than the comment, they have the semicolon. See, each and every line, they have the semicolon. So begin does not have, the very last end is going to have a full stop to indicate the program is end. Hari, clear the දේවල් ටික? Yes, everyone, please respond. I need to have the confirmation. Okay, thank you, Dulagi. Right, okay. All right. Okay, so let's put this structure into our short note, right? So now I'm going to write the program structure. You better write with me. So program keyword should be there. The things I'm putting inside the squares are the things that we are going to define, right? Program name, then input comma, output should be there, then the semicolon. Then VAR. And in here, we declare the variables. Right, then we use the begin word to indicate it, the program has begun. And the end keyword and this full stop to indicate the program has end. And in between, it's the program body or the algorithms. So this is going to be the Pascal program structure. Yeah, hold on. Yes. Saran, it's better. It's good that you took it. Right. හරි මේක ලියාගෙන ඉවර වෙන තව පොඩි දෙයක් තියෙනවා අපිට කියන්න. Right. Moving to the previous screen. Now in here, can you see under this, the last two right lens, they have used some things within single quotes. And the other part, they put a comma and put a total. Now, this total refers to this particular total. Right? එතකොට මේ කියන්නේ දැන් අපි කියන්නේ right ln පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ අපි monitor එකේ දෙයක් ලියන්න කියලා. So the words within single quotes will display as it is. Right? එතකොට total is කියන වචනේ total is කියලාම පෙන්නනවා monitor එකේ. Right? එතකොට මෙහෙම total is කියලාම පෙන්නනවා. ඊට පස්සේ මේ total කියන මෙතන පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන මොකද්ද? This is the variable name. So once we use the variable name, it displays what's the value of the variable. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මෙතන enter කරනකොට මෙයා num1 10 read කරලා num 2 20 read karot, your addition will be 30. 10 plus 20, which is 30. So 30 is given to the total. So when you are outputting it, it will shows you the total is then the 30 as the output. Same goes with the average. AVG colon equal total divided by 2. So total divided by 2 is given to an average. Average is a real data type, so it can shows the decimal point as well. So it says average is within single quotes. So it will shows average is on the screen, then the value of the average. So in my question like according to my inputs, it's 10 and 20. So 30 divided by 2, 15.0 will be shown as the average. So average is 15.0 will be shown. Right? Okay, so now I am going to code this. Not this particular program, but your very first flow chart that we talked, right? So the very first program, I'm going to that. Yeah, so this is the very first program. It says draw a flow chart to display first name and last name together of the user by requesting those names separately. Right? Hari. වඩා හොඳයි මෙතන ඉලක්කම් තිබුණා නම් කමක් නැහැ. මේක කරන්න බලමු මම හිතන්නේ කරන්න බැරිවි කියලා. Right? So what we are going to do is I'm going to use the Pascal IDE, which is called the Charm Pascal. Like there are different types of Pascal IDEs, right? So Charm Pascal is something I found which is very user friendly, and it's a good interface that we are having. Some is having like the Turbo Pascal and Free Pascal. There are many, right? But this gives you some very like neither had a කිසිම කරදරයක් නැති interface එකක් දෙනවා, right? So I'm yeah. Minul, Lazarus, yeah, is good. Still, it's little bit complex when it is like floating here and there. A Lazarus සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ගොඩාක් ඒවට support කරනවා, right? Doesn't matter. Like you can go with any editor, right? Yeah, let me. Yeah, I want to change the font size. How I'm going to do that? Convert, build, advanced tool, help. Yeah, I can zoom in. Yeah, I'll do it like this. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to like convert what we have drawn into a Pascal program, right? So what we have drawn is in your book. So we are asked for the first name, we are asked for the second name, and then display the first and second name together, right? Oh, what happened? Hold on, people. Right. Now here I'm going to say, so I need the program, right then මෙයා ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කියන්නේ structure එක අපිට ටක් ගාලා හදා ගන්න දෙනවා වැඩි type කරන්න නැතුව right so අපිට යාව select කරලා අරගන්න දෙන්නේ so I have program begin and end so it gives me program begin and end already so in program I'm going to give some name right so I'm going to give this as the display full name ගොඩක්ම ලොකු කරන්න නැතුව මම display name කියලා පාවිච්චි කරනවා so display name then I have input outputs right so then the semicolon is there so at the next line you know we have to initialize the variable so first name එකයි second name එකයි අපි user ගෙන් වෙලාවල් දෙකකදී ඉල්ල ගන්නෙ so we have to read it two separate times so for that I need two variables right so I'm saying var and say f name comma l name and I'm going to say these as string variables right so now the program begins so first thing I have to give some idea to the user by showing a message and requesting the first name so I'll say I'll user write ln right and inside that I'm saying enter first name right so output එක ලස්සන කරන විදිහක් මම තියලා තිබ්බේ so I need the semicolon at the end දැන් අපි programming කරනකොට නිතරම පාවිච්චි කරන දෙයක් තමයි මේ copy paste කියන එක right so I'm copying it and I'm pasting it for the second name right now the problem is මම පළවෙනි නම ඉල්ලුවට පළවෙනි නම අල්ල ගන්න කියලා කිව්වේ නැහැ catch කරගන්න කිව්වේ නැහැ so after I request the first name I have to say catch it so to catch it we need read then the brackets then I have to say catch this for f name right so semicolon is there so in the very same way we can use it to say catch the second one as the L name right so first name and last name or the L name or the second name that doesn't matter දැන් ඔන්න අපි දෙකකට capture කරගෙන ඉවරයි so now what we are going to do is we are going to concatenate මේ දෙනව අලවන්න ඕනේ අලවන්න ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් අපි ඉලක්කම් දෙකක් එකතු කරන්න plus mark එක පාවිච්චි කරනවා so those will get add අපිට වචන දෙකක් අලවන්න අපිට plus mark එක පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් right I think it should work on that manner so let's go with that and see and then I'm going to say I can't use the name it is a reserve word so I'm taking the variable called tot name දැන් මගේ tot name යටින් රතු පාටින් ඉරක් ඇඳෙනවා එයාව identify කරලා නැති නිසා මම මෙතන identify කරේ නෑනේ so I can identify tot name as a string right tot name right is equals as f name plus L name right and I put the semicolon and then I'm saying write ln And I'm saying, I'm not just saying to display it as it is. I'm just asked to display .NET. Right, let's see whether this works. So let me zoom it out a little bit. Program, right? I hope you can see it clearly. Right, so this is what I have done. Now I have to save this. It's better you save it, but save karanna nathuwa run karanna ita denawa meke mata mataka widihata. So it's better you save it. I'll save it in a place where we can use it. ICT all levels. Right, so I'm saving this as the yeah, give it a meaningful name. I'm saying name program. Okay, so how I'm going to run this? I'm going to run it using this particular thing. Mage ID එකේ green color arrow එකක් එක්ක පහළට තියෙන එකේන press කරලා run කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? ඕගොල්ලෝ පාවිච්චි කරන ID එකට අනුව මේ menu එකේ run කියන command එක අනිවාර්යෙන් තියෙවි, right? මේ build කියන එකනාගේ යට we can compile and we can run as well. Like compiling will see for the syntax errors separately. Run කරනකොටත් එයා compile කරලා ඉවරලා තමයි run කරන්නේ, right? Compile කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් අපි මේක ලියලා තින්නේ English වලින්නේ. So this is very understandable for us but not for the machine. So to convert this particular program into a machine understandable format, we use the compilation, and for some other programs there is an interpretation. අපි කියන්නේ interpret කරනවා හරි compile කරනවා හරි. Those are two different methods of converting the like high level languages, these source codes into the machine language. That means ones and zeros. අපි දන්නවනේ දැන් ones and zeros තමයි තේරෙන්නේ කියලා computer එකට, right? So these English will be converted into ones and zeros so the machine can understand. Compile කරන එකෙන් කරන්නේ ඒක. ඒතර run කරනකොට වෙන්නේ it compiles first then it runs. Right, let's run it and see how it works. Okay, this is how the program comes, right? So it says enter first name. Now you can see the cursor is at the bottom. It's blinking down. නේද? අපි right කියලා විතරක් ලිව්වනම් මෙතන blink වෙවි තමයි ඉන්නේ. Right? So I'm saying my own name and I have to press enter. Oh my God. Yes, hold on. I think the problem goes with the read ln part, right? Let me see. Yeah. I think it's with the read ln. Okay. Yes, baby. Right. Okay, and I'll put another readln right over here just by experience. Otherwise, the final output won't stay. Right? මෙහෙම එකක් දාන්නේ අන්තිම එක තියාගන්න. Right? නැත්තම් එයා ටක් කරලා නැති වෙනවා අපිට. Let's check this again. So you can't, yeah. So I have given the first name and enter, then it shows the enter second name, then I give my second name Laktaru, then enter, so it shows Yugantha Laktaru without any space. Can you see that? It displays Yugantha Laktaru without any space. I'll run it again. I'll run this. So the first name is asked, So I'm saying Yugantha and I'm pressing enter, and it is asked for the second name. So I'm saying Laktaru. So press enter, it gives Yugantha Laktaru together, right? So that happens. Hari, then වෙච්ච දේ තේරුණාද? මට පොඩ්ඩක් ඒක confirm කරන්න. මේ ලියපු program එකයි output එකයි match වුණාද? Right? Did you got that? Yeah, great. Saran, what do you mean by the program name, Saran? Like display name is the program name here, Saran. Yeah, Saran, if you're asking about that, the display name thing, yeah. Display name does not show, Saran. So it is just the program that it runs. It don't show you the display program thing, right? Yeah, Saran, did you got that? Again, a program number. Dulage, I'll tell you. Program එකේ නම Saran අරගන්නේ to define that it is a program කියන එක, right? So Pascal will identify, okay, this is a Pascal program and I have to run it. Dulagi, regarding the read and the readln, same happens. මොකද read එක තිබ්බම Dulagi, it just read and it won't go to the next line. එහෙම වුණාම අපේ enter second name කියන එක, it's not going to display. මට problem එක උනේ ඒකනේ. Right? So since we need the second one, we can say the readln. And again, මම හිතනවා මෙන්න මෙහෙම කරොත් අපි ඒකත් කරලා බලමු. එහෙම කරොත් මට readln එක නැතුව වැඩේ කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා, right? Before that, Minul, yes, you can use it like that, Minul. That's the nice way of doing it, right? ඒක තමයි ලස්සන විදිහ එක කරන, right? So Dulagi, now if I write it like this, මම මේ readln එක මෙතනින් අස් කරලා I'm going to paste it over here. එහෙම කරලා මම මෙතන මේ දෙන්නව read කරනවා. It's not the readln. දැන් මම කලින් කිව්වනේ අපිට අර second line එක ගන්න අවශ්‍ය නිසායි අපිට readln එක ඕන උනේ කියලා. දැන් මුලින්ම මේ දෙන්නගෙන් writeln දෙකක් තියෙනවා. enter first name, enter second name. Right? අපි බලමු මේක හරියයිද කියලා. I'm not very sure about this. We'll see, right? So I'll save it and I'll run it. So first name is there. So I'm giving Yugantha and press enter. Yeah, it seems it's working. Laktaru is given. Yeah, it works. Then, හැමෝම මේ point එක මතක තියාගත්තා කමක් නැහැ. දැන් කලින් උනේ මොකද්ද? writeln එකට යටින් readln read එක තිබ්බම read කරලා output එක පෙන්වන්න නැතුව ගියා. Right? But writeln දෙකට යටින් අපි read එක දැම්මම, so we can straight away go to the read. මට තව පොඩි සැකයක් තියෙනවා මෙතන readln නොතිබ්බ නිසාද ඒ දේ උනේ කියලා. Right? We'll take it on this way, whether it's going to work. So this is what we call like checking the alternative solutions, right? I'm saving it. Hold on, I need to close. Yeah, it's better you close all your programs, right? Before you run it again. And I'm running this. Okay. No, it doesn't happen. So read එක තිබ්බම වෙන්නේ first එක read කළා it goes. මොකද එයාටකින් කියන්නේ you have another line and go and display it කියලා. Right? But read එක අපි යටට දැම්මම මුලින්ම අවශ්‍ය දේවල් ටික ගන්නවා, then after they can read straight away and go for the right ln, the next right ln. Dulagi, did you got that? Great. Right, so I want you to write this. It's better you write it with the read ln.
Program name.
Yeah, Minul?
So can we change the program name like display name?
No problem, no problem, no problem. You can have your own program name.
So to put like when it was outputting, the Untitled Chapter didn't have a space.
Yeah. There is a way that you can have a space. මම ඒක චුට්ට කියනනම් ඒක නම් ටිකක් ඒ කියන්නේ advanced නෙවෙයි, but there are ways of doing it. Right, දැන් එහෙම යුගාන්ත ලක්තරු කියන එකේ space එකක් නොතිබ්බේ because we are just saying සරන් මම ඔයාලට උත්තර දෙන්නම්. මේ F name එකයි L name එකයි අලවන්න කියලානේ කියන්නේ. So F name එක කියලා කියන්නේ අපි දෙන වචනේ. So there is no space with the name that we are giving. Right? අපිට මේක check කරලා බලමු. Space එකක් එක්ක නම දුන්නොත් ඒගොල්ලෝ space එක ගන්නවද කියන එක. So I'm trying this again. So I'm saying Yuganta and a space. ඒ විදිහට enter එක දෙනවා. So then ලක්තරු yeah. So අපි යුගාන්ත and space එකක් දුන්නම යුගාන්ත ලක්තරු කියලා අපිට space එක වෙන වෙනම ගන්න පුළුවන්. But ඕක programmatically හරියටම කරන විදිහ නම් කියන්නේ අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් space එක තියලා නම් දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. අපි අහනකොට නමනේ type කරන්නේ. So dot name එක අපිට change කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙහෙම. F name එක මුලින් ගන්න සරන් ඔයාගේ ප්‍රශ්නෙට උත්තරෙත් මෙතනින් එනවා. මෙතන කියන්නේ සරන් F name, take the F name first, then concatenate it with the L name. ඒ කියන්නේ F name එක මුලින් ගන්න එයාගේ දකුණු අත පැත්තට L name එක අලවන්න. Right? So මම මේ අලවන්න කියන එකේදී මම කියනවා අලවන්න කියලා මෙයාට මේ ස්පේස් එකක්. දැන් මොකද වෙන්නේ? දැන් කියන්නේ F name එකට අලවන්න ස්පේස් එකක්, ඒකට අලවන්න L name එක. Right? And Minul has said Minul මේක ලස්සන කරන විදිහත් කිව්වනේ නේද? ලස්සන කරන්නේ කොහොමද? මේක අපි මෙහෙම ලිව්වනන්නේ. Your full name is කියලා colon එකක් තියලා කොහොම තියලා මෙතනට කමා එකක් දැම්මනම් so your full name is කියන එක display වෙනවා, then full name අපේ dot name කියන එක display වෙනවා. So let's run this. සරන් අහපු ප්‍රශ්නෙට උත්තරේ clearද? So I gave Yuganta without any space. I'm giving my second name and enters. See, your full name is Yuganta space Laktaro. So it comes like that, right? So, okay. So people, it is the way that this program runs, right? So you can copy this, right? Make a clearly copy karaganda. Then more importantly, ඊළඟ දවසේ එනකොට දැන් මේ කොපි කරගන්නකොට තව විනාඩි 5යි අපිට තියෙන්නේ. කොපි කරගන්න ඊළඟ දවසේ එනකොට බලන්න ඊළඟ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක ඔය විදිහට කන්වර්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා. Now you know most of the things. සරන් අපි read ln එකේ කියනවනේ සරන් මේ F name read කරගන්න කියලා. Right? එතකොට අපි read ln දෙන පිළිවෙලට තමයි එයා ස්කෑන් කරගන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් අපි දැන් මම මේ readLN එක සෙරන් ලස්සන ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇහුවේ. සෙරන් ඇහුවා මේ readLN එක මේ writelns දෙකට පස්සේ දැන් මම මේ අපි මුලින් දෙන යුගාන්ත කියන කෙනාම මෙතනට ගන්නෙ කොහොමද ලක්තරු කියන කෙනාම මෙතනට ගන්නෙ කොහොමද කියලා. දැන් මේකේ සෙරන් readLns දෙකක් තියෙනවනේ. So in my program I'm inputting 2 times. So first input will be taken by the first readLN. Second input will be taken by the second readLN. That's how they recognize it. Right? Okay. Right. So I prefer you write it on the other way. මේ විදිහට ලියනවා නම් මම කැමතියි. එතකොට ඒක හරි clear අපි මොකද්ද කරන්න කියන එක. But it's better you know the variations. Right. හැමෝම මට ආයෙසරයක් පොඩ්ඩක් confirm කරන්න clear නේද කියලා. තාමත් clear නැත්තරක් තියෙනවා නම් මොකද ඕගලන්ට programs ලියන්න එන්නේ නැහැ. So far they haven't given any program for you to write. But program එකක් ඒ කියන්නේ කියව ගන්න, තේරුම් ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? So you should have that. Okay. 2 confirmed, it is clear. How about the others? There are 10 in the room. Okay, 3 confirmed. Okay, 4 confirmed. Sure. Saran, I will upload the video tonight. So I will, you can go and refer the things. Saran, දන්නව නේද? website එකේ තියෙනවා. ඔයගලගේ player එකට ගිහිල්ලා බලුවා නම් හරි. Right? So අද රැට හරි හෙට උදේම හරි upload වෙන්නේ. අද රැට හරි හෙට උදේම හරි. So you can refer it by tomorrow. Yeah. Website is, I'll send the website link over here and I'll show you how to refer that as well. So this is the website name. And yeah, once you're done with this, I'll show how to refer the recordings. Then again, hit upon let me know when you are done. Minul, I saw a paper article that's saying the 15th is not yet confirmed. So we still don't have a confirmed news. And it seems it's not going to. Again, health sector එකෙන් confirmation ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ කියලා තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙන්නේ. So yeah, I was hoping it will start at 15th. But it seems not. තව ඉස්සරහට යයි කියලා තමයි කියන්නේ. We'll see. So like day before yesterday, we had the O-level ICT paper, right? So the next is you. So be prepared. You had plenty of time to do that. I try my best to end the syllabus by end of the August. So September, October, November, those 3 months are there to do the revisions. Minul, Minol, basically, they say they use C language as the base language. Again, very first programming language, C language program වෙන්නේ මට හිතන තරමින් මම හොයලා බලලා නැහැ වැඩිය. හිතන තරමින් DOS prompt එක පාවිච්චි කරලා, right? ගොඩාක් languages වල base language එක C. C language එකෙන් තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ programming languages program කරන්නේ. All right, people, if you are done, I can show you how to visit the websites. Minul, if you just search for that particular thing, let me know, right? ඒක හොයලා බැලුවොත් මට පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න how it happens කියලා, right? All right, people, are you done? Okay, right. 2 are done. How about others? Oveen, how about you, Buddha? Was it clear? Sinura? Was it clear? Right, okay. Right. Yeah, Dulagi, it's like this, Dulagi. My last read len is there to stop the screen. Again, screen neka read len neka notipunot ටක් ගාලා ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට output එක දෙනවා. අපිට උනට බලාගෙන ඉන්න බෑ ටක් ගාලා නැති වෙනවා. Right? ඒක නිසා read len එක දීලා තියෙනවා ඒ output screen එක freeze කරලා තියාගන්න. නැත්තම් එයා enter key එක ඔබපු ගමන් ටක් ගාලා output එක පෙන්නලා නැති වෙනවා. Right? But when you are writing the programs, you don't need to write that. Remember, මේ read len එක මේ ඒක අවිලාර මේ ඒක charm pascal වලට විතරක් නෙවෙයි මම හිතන්නේ free pascal වලත් ඔය ගැටලුවම තියෙනවා. ඒක අපි screen එක hold කරලා තියාගන්න පාවිච්චි කරන එක. Sinura, you can log in at any time using your Google credentials, Sinura. That doesn't matter. ඔයාට username කියන්නේ Sinura logune Gmail credentials පාවිච්චි කළා නම් you can go in the very same way. Right? Okay, people, this is the way you are going to visit Star Labs. So in the address bar of the browser, just type starlabs.lk. So you will be taken to this particular home page. Then under the lesson recording, you have to find the Star Labs recording. So under the Star Labs recording, there are many players. So the class name is there at the top of the player. So you have to find your class. Your class is not grade 11 2020. You are grade 11 2021. Right? So this is the latest session. That means the last week's session. Right? So from here, using this hamburger icon, this is called the hamburger icon. This hamburger icon will show you the playlist, right? So you can refer any of these at any time. So today's session will be uploaded at the top of this. So the latest one will be the first one. You can find it from the date, right? So you can use that. Right. So people, I'm going to end the session from this point. I hope you had a good time. and I hope you had that interest regarding the programming languages, right? So we'll do some practicals by tomorrow, by next week, not by tomorrow, right? So I'll meet you on next Sunday for the very same time, right? Thank you very much, people. Have a nice weekend, right? Okay, good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Good night.
Right, okay, right, okay. Right, okay.